warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
We are from Group 9, and today my group will do presentation about element of poetry. Before we start, let me introduce myself and my group member. My name is Masya Almaizan Al-Madani.
My name is Mariska Putri Nabila.
My name is Yuri Sulfastian Nurul.
Putri Jenam Jodoh. Okay, I will start the introduction. Definition of poetry. What is a poetry? Poetry is one of the most ancient and universal form of literary expression through the use of rich and rhythmic language. Poetry is able to convey emotion, experience, and complex idea in a unique and profound way. Poetry has elements. What is element of poetry? The element of poetry are the devices used that characteristic a piece of writing as poem. The elements of poetry are the strategies of word use, manipulation, and arrangement in a poem that make it identifiable as a poem. There are 9 core elements: structure, meter, rhyme, sound and rhythm, subject and speaker, figurative language, theme, tone, and the last is syntax. And the first material will be explained by Melissa.
Okay, thank you, Nasa. So the next is elements of poetry. 1. Structure and form. Structure and form are important elements in poetry that determine how a poem is organized and presented. Understanding the structure and form of poetry allows us to appreciate how poets arrange words to create unique effects and convey message. And it can be seen that the elements of poetry are of several types, including stanza, verse, canto, line breaks, interlude, and form. And here I only take one example, the following. Following above is an example of poetry for stanza. For stanza types, stanza in poetry types are poetic paragraphs consisting of lines separated by space with a specific rhyme pattern and technical consisting of the same number of lines. Next. Okay, the next is meter. Meter is a rhythmic pattern determined by the combination of stress and understress syllables in each line of a poem. Meter in poetry creates rhythm to reinforce meaning and emotion, enhancing the beauty and complexity of the poem. Recognizing different types of meter helps us appreciate that poet's message. Well, here are the types of meters. Among them there are lembic meter, trocade meter, anapestic meter, dactylic meter, spondaic meter, and periodic meter. I only take one example. The following above is an example of poetry for lembic meter types. Okay, lembic meter audience retention and various in types with unique characteristic and function. The following are types or ranks such as perfect rhyme, imperfect rhyme, identical rhyme, open rhyme, closed rhyme, alliteration, assonance, and consonants. So, poetry example of rhymes as above. Perfect rhyme is a poetic technique where the last syllable of two or more lines have the same sound, creating harmony and beauty in the poem. It is commonly used in traditional poetry to create clear rhythms, musically, and emotional reinforcement of themes. Thank you. So, the next matter I will be give Yuri.
For sound and rhythm. Sound and rhythm are crucial elements in poetry that contribute to its musicality and emotional impact. Poets use various techniques to create specific sound, effect, and rhythm that enhance the reader's experience. Three common techniques are alliteration, assonance, and onomatopoeia. Okay, and this is the point, the rhyme of the Ancient Mariner by Samuel Taylor Coleridge. The poem explores themes of guilt, forgiveness, redemption, and the interconnectedness of all things, of all living things. Next. 5. Subject and speaker. In poetry, it is crucial to distinguish between the subject and the speaker as they play different roles in conveying the poem's meaning and emotions. Next, and this is the poem The Road Taken by Robert Ford. The poem The Road Taken tells the story of a poet standing at a crossroads. He must choose between two different paths, and he feels sad because he cannot take both paths at once. Next. 6. Figurative language and poetic devices. Figurative language is a literary tool that poets use to create imagery and express ideas in a more vivid and imaginative way. Three common types for figurative language in poetry are metaphor, simile, personification. And I want to explain one example for metaphor. The poem use a metaphor to describe the enduring nature of hope. In the poem, hope is compared to a bird to breathe the result in the soul and continuously sings without words.
Okay, next material is theme. So, what is a theme? The theme of a poem refers to the main message or central idea that the poet intends to resulting from unfulfilled aspirations. Next is tone and mood. Tone and mood are essential elements in poetry that greatly affect how poem is perceived and understood by the reader. Although they are related, they have different roles. So, first is tone. What is tone? Tone refers to the poet's attitude or feeling toward the poem subject and audience. It is conveyed through the poet's choice of words, style, and voice in poem. Let me give one example. In the poem "Do Not Go Gentle Into the Good Life" by Dylan Thomas, the tone is argued and defined as the poet urges his father to fight against death. Next, mood. Mood refers to the atmosphere or emotional setting created by the poem. It is the feeling experienced by the reader while reading the poem. Next. Next is syntax. So, what is the syntax in poetry? So, syntax in poetry refers to the way poets arrange words and parts to form sentences. Poets often manipulate the structure to emphasize certain words, create freedom, or enhance the meaning of the poem. Two key aspects of syntax are sentence structure and word choice. So, what is the definition of sentence structures and word choice? So, the sentence structure in the poetry refers to how poets arrange sentences to create specific effects. There are several techniques commonly used by poets, such as inversion, fragmentation, and parallelism. And I will give example. In William Shakespeare's Sonnet 18, inversion is used to emphasize the beauty of the love. Next is word choice. So, word choice in poetry is the poet's selection of words, which is crucial to conveying the tone, mood, and meaning of the poem. And also there are a few key elements. Is diction, imagery, and symbolism. Back to Mara.
The conclusion is important to understand the basic of element of poetry, as each element play a role in creating meaning, emotion, and beauty in a work of poetry. A deeper understanding of these elements help readers appreciate the thought, work, and the art of poetry as a whole. That's all from our presentation. Are there any questions? Yes? Can we?
So, the difference of subject and speaker is the subject is the mind, theme, or topic of the poem, while the speaker is the voice or persona that speaks in the poem.
Thank you. For the question from myself. So you will ask about the difference, right? Between fragmentation is quite sometimes used for reducing sentences to convey a sense of urgency, confusion, or emotional intensity. While the fragmentation, the parallelism. So a parallelism, use of parallel structure can create rhythm and reinforce the point